We've got another 2-box penny hunt today. This is going to be episode 59, and boxes 103 and 104 come from Pennsylvania and Texas. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to my channel. Like I said in the intro, we've got a 2-box penny hunt today. I recently got another Pennsylvania box with a trade from a subscriber, and I have one of my Texas boxes. Now, of course, I did pop the top of both boxes to make sure that we had circulated cents, and by checking the end coins, we do. So we definitely have a 100 roll hunt ahead of us. Now, for those of you new to the channel or new to the series, you can always watch this Penny Hunt and Fill series from box 1 by clicking the link down below in the video description, as well as up here if you want to get caught up on the action. For those of you already caught up, you'll recollect that we've done 102 boxes for this hunt so far, and although we have slotted 191 out of 234 cents, these last 43 have proved tough. Now, I will give you guys a peek at the end of this video to see if we have any upgrades, but with 43 pennies missing and only a handful of easier ones to find, it's definitely kind of brought this series to a stalemate or a standstill. Hopefully, out of these 100 rolls, we can find one that we can use for the book in either a spot being filled or something upgraded. Let me slide that out of the way. And as a quick reminder, I'll be using my Penny Coin Hunts mat to do my searches today so I can check for any varieties as well as better dates. And if you'd like to get yourself one of these mats or any of the mats that I use in any of my coin roll hunting videos, all you got to do is click the link up here or down below in the video description. All right, that was a mouthful. Let's get on with the hunt. Roll 1 out of 100. We're going to kick it off with the Pennsylvania box first to see if it's a lucky box. We're on roll 3 of this first box, and I figured I better make a correction before I get too far into it. When I labeled this box Pennsylvania, it's because I recently had a trade from a subscriber in Pennsylvania, and for some reason I mislabeled this box. As I'm hunting roll number 3, I'm noticing it feels different than a Pennsylvania box because there's not as many Philadelphia minted coins in here as I was expecting. So I quickly brought up the email and I noticed it was from Indiana. So I want to correct that now. We don't have any finds yet, but I figured I better get it corrected before we get too far into it. That way we know what we're working with here and what we weren't working with originally. My mistake. I apologize to the subscriber in Indiana. I mislabeled the box. Now let's get on with the hunt. Roll number 4 of the Indiana box, and we have our first wheat cent that we have found. It's just a 1951 Denver, but I will take it regardless. Gets us on the board and off and running. We're on roll number 8, and it's not a wheat cent, but looks like we have a dime in our penny roll again. And we do. A 2015 Philadelphia. We just made 9 cents. Well, we're on roll 17 already, and we're going to have another wheat cent. Unfortunately, it's the same as the first one, a 1951D. Slightly better condition, maybe an upgrader. Same roll, and since I had you here, I figured I would go ahead and show you that we got our third Canadian of the box, 1972, to go along also with a 1962 Younghead that I found first in like roll 6. Very next roll, roll 18, we have our third wheat cent found. Is it going to be another 51D? Nope, 57 Philly. Roll number 19 is going to have the 4th wheat cent of the box, and it's going to be the oldest we have found, a 1942 Philadelphia. We're on roll 20, and we hit a little pocket of wheat cents because this is number 5. I already saw the date, 1953, Denver. Roll 23, wheat cent number 6, another 51 Denver. Roll number 28, and I had a dark cent here, and I took a look, and it is a wheat cent. So I'm hoping that it's older, but it could just be fire damaged. And it's another 1951 Denver. 4 of those out of the 7 we have found. Roll 29, wheat cent number 8, obverse facing, a 1953 San Francisco. Maybe slightly a better date, and we'll take it. Roll 30 is going to give us wheat cent number 9, one off double digits. A 1946 Denver, second from the 40s. Roll 35, we finally have made our 10th wheat cent for double digits. Hoping it's older. And I think it is older. It's a 30s, but it's a Philadelphia, and we already have that. But I can still quickly check it for the 36 DDOs, and I'm not seeing it on this coin, but I figured I better take a look just in case. First cent from the 30s, oldest of the box, and now 10 with 15 plus rolls to go. Same roll towards the back of the roll, another 1953 Denver. Roll 37, and we have made a dozen wheat cents. The 12th wheat cent is a 1949 Philadelphia, third from the 40s. Roll number 39 and get out the aprons because we've got a baker's dozen. Looks pretty nice by the reverse, so it's probably another 50s. And no, it's another 1949 Philadelphia. Roll 47, wheat cent number 14, another darkened one. And that's an oldie. Is that a 1919 Denver? It is. That is the oldest wheat cent, over 100 years old. And we found it in this box. I don't think we need a 1919 D. I think we need the S. But maybe it'll upgrade because my 19s and my 17s, if I recall, are pretty toasty. Although this one's pretty toasty as well. Either way, we'll take that one. Wheat cent 14 was a dandy. Same roll, another wheat cent. This one, a 1952 Denver. Well, we finished that Indiana State penny box, and it was actually a really good box. We had 15 wheat cents on the board. 2 were pre-40s, the 1936P and the 1919D. We also got a dime, made 9 cents. 4 Canadians, one being a laureate portrait or young head from 1962. 4 1959s that I pull aside just because I like to. And 1 69S, not the DDO. We actually filled the copper cup up about halfway, so that's a good start. Maybe we'll fill it up with this Texas box as we finish it. Let me go ahead and slide that out of the way, get the discards in there, and we'll continue with box 2 of the hunt from Texas. Roll 52, wheat cent number 16. And that's going to be a 46 Denver. Roll number 3, wheat cent number 17. I already saw it. It's a 1954 San Francisco. Slightly lower mintage on that one for sure. We'll add it to the board. Roll number 66 of the 100 roll hunt, and we have wheat cent number 18. And that's going to be a 1957 Denver. Roll number 67, wheat cent number 19. It's a 1955 Denver. Roll number 81 of the hunt. We finally hit 20 wheat cents, and it's obverse facing. It's a 1954 Denver. I believe it's a Denver. My eyes are a little bit tired. Yes, 54D. We'll take it. 20 wheat cents now, and that makes 5 in this box. Roll number 86, and we're going to have wheat cent number 21, and I did see it, and it's a San Francisco Mint. This is going to be a 1948S, I believe. Yes, sometimes the 5s and 8s get a little bit damaged, and I didn't know for sure, but definitely a 48S. We'll take it. It's nice seeing some S-minted wheat cents, but it's not going to be one we need for the book, unfortunately. Same roll, and we've got another oldie, and I saw that it was a 1920 with a mint mark. And I think that is an S as well. 1920S. 1920S. I know, or at least I believe we need a 20D or a 20S for the book. We'll have to check that at the end, but man, back-to-back San Francisco minted wheat cents and one from the 20s to boot. We will definitely take that one. It's got to be a lower mint, but definitely a good find. Maybe an album user, and that's wheat cent number 22. Roll number 87, and I think we have another oldie, or at least it looks like it. It was the third coin in, almost an ender. Wheat cent 23. Oh, it's another oldie. 1919S. Holy cow, what is going on with the teens and the 20s S mint marks all of a sudden? I think we have a 1919S, but like I said about the other 1919, I think mine are pretty corroded, and those could be 2 upgraders as well. Is the box heating up? Well, the box didn't heat up the last 10 rolls, but we will get a parting gift, the third from the end, wheat cent 24 of the hunt, the 9th of this box. And it's just going to be a 56 Philadelphia. Let me go ahead and finish the hunt, and we'll do a wrap-up next. Well, we finished that 2-box penny hunt, and you know what? It was a pretty good hunt. 24 wheat cents, 15 in the Indiana box, and 9 in my Texas box for a total of 24. 20 of them are 1940 and newer, and then we got a 36p, a 20s, a 19s, and a 19d, and I'm hoping 1 or 2 of those either upgrades or is used in the album. We got that dime, and I also pulled across a pretty nice 1982D zinc cent, not copper. It's not in the best shape, but I'm just going to double check it against the album. I know I need some better 82s and 83s, so I just pulled it aside just because. We got 4 Canadians in total, 1 being a laureate portrait from 1962, 5 59s, 1 pretty nice 1961 copper cent, minted in Denver. It's not the RPM, I checked, but still a nice cent to look at. And a couple of 69S's, 1 in each box. And this one is a nice one, but of course, neither of which are the DDO. We also went ahead and almost filled up the copper cup, probably 95% full. A little bit light on the copper in this box, which is why it only had 9 wheat cents, but I'll still take almost a full cup of copper on a 2-box hunt any day of the week. Now, let me go ahead and compare these finds to the album, see if we have any additions or upgraders, and I'll be right back. Well, I've compared the finds to the album, and guess what? We actually did need a 1920S, so we'll go ahead and plug that bad boy in right there, fill a spot, and then after looking at the 1919D, although they're not the best looking either of them, definitely an upgrade, and that 1919S has a lot of corrosion on it, and even though this one is not the greatest either, I still think it's an upgrade. I plugged that one in. Let me go ahead and upgrade these two and be back with some final thoughts. All right, I have plugged them in, and I know it's only 1 addition and 2 upgrades, but it's nice seeing some of the corroded cents out of the album with better cents slotted and a tougher date with less than 50 million, only 46 million minted of that 20S. We'll take it. We knew that it would get tougher to find finds for the album as this series progressed, but after 104 boxes now, we've got 192 out of 234, and 2 upgrades this late in the game makes me happy. Obviously, I'd love to slot some more cents and get some more upgrades, but I'll take whatever we can at this point in the game. Well, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this 2-box penny hunt. If you did, I would definitely appreciate that thumbs up. And if you haven't watched some of my other fun hunts, like this one over here or that one over there, please feel free to check out those videos next. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting.